I'd be remiss if I didn't start the interview off by asking you your thoughts on what's going on in our country right now regarding the murder of George Floyd, yet another unarmed black man killed in police custody, as well as the Black Lives Matter movement as a whole.
Well, I think people can now see because of this video and then the demonstrations bringing more attention to it that we're living in a failed state as far as Black America is concerned. And we've had a pandemic of racism that's centuries old. And everybody can see it. Like everybody can see the two governing parties are presiding over a failed state with respect to this coronavirus crisis. And every other organized country has a test, trace, and isolate program to suppress the virus. And we don't. And tens of thousands of people are dying because of that. We got 4% of the world's population and about 30% of the deaths. And we're sending people back to work and they don't have the protection they need. We don't know who's infected. It's a total disaster. And, Trump is incompetent. He's indifferent. But Biden has got the platform, but he's largely invisible. And then when he does pop his head up, he's incoherent. I mean, what does he stand for? So, and then coming to the people in the streets are saying defund the police, which means don't have the police harassing particularly poor communities of color with non-criminal issues, low-level offenses, imposing fines. They're exploiting and harassing these communities. And meanwhile, the serious crimes that you think the police are supposed to deal with, the violent crimes, which is only less than 5% of what they deal with,
Exactly.
and the serious property crimes, which is less than another 13%, they only have a 25% clearance rate with arrests. So they're not solving the serious crimes. Instead, they're out here harassing people. Somebody's homeless. Instead of finding a home, they send the police. Somebody has a mental health crisis. Instead of sending medical help, they send the police. Somebody's got drugs. Instead of sending medical treatment, drug treatment, they send the police. That's
Exactly.
what we mean by defund the police. Don't have the police doing what they shouldn't be doing. Send the people that know what they're doing and
Right.
send the resource communities need. And then the police should be able to deal with the real crimes that you think the police are supposed to deal with. But
Mm.
instead, they're out here giving people traffic tickets and parking tickets. So, what's concerning is Biden rejected that defund the police demand by saying, no, I'm going to increase federal funding for police by $300 million. And then the whip of the House, James Clyburn,
Mhm.
said the people raising that demand are hijacking the movement. No, this is coming from the movement. And
Exactly.
then Karen Bass, who's head of the Congressional Black Caucus, and they have legislation that's not bad, but it doesn't deal with the real root causes. She said defund the police is a distraction. And they're just it's like, the Trump and the Republicans cry out that the Green New Deal or Medicare for all are radical left, programs.
Mhm.
And so they back away. Same thing with defund the police. Trump says you're radical leftists, and so the Democrats say, "Oh no, we're not. We're not with that." And then they're on the same side as Trump. It's
Exactly.
it's really a miserable choice that the two major parties are giving us.